What is up, YouTube? And today I'm going to be going over the Spider-Man 2 Insomniac Gamer vs. Spider-Man action figure. And you guys can see it right here. It's the advanced suit, I'm pretty sure it is the advanced suit, the Doc Ock suit, whatever you want to call it. No, the Ock suit is another suit. Confused. But it's the PlayStation 5 version for the Spider-Man 2 game. And I'm not sure if it's 100% accurate, but hey, it's what we got. And it is on the Spider-Man Renew Your Vows book. So we already know the articulation we're going to be getting with this figure. And yeah, we're going to go into a little bit more detail now. It comes in it's a single release with a couple accessories, which we'll go over in a little bit. And it is a $35 figure. Now, it is a little bit of a steep price, especially when we look at what we're getting. So we're going to get into that all in the next section. Here is the box art. It's not the whole thing. Let me show you guys the bottom. It says Spider-Man 2 down there. Warning, you know, the HASBRO logo, the plastic-free packaging, Spider-Man logo up top. And we got a silhouette of what he's going to look like in the game. On the side, we get a picture of the figure on its own and the Gamerverse logo again. And back here, we get all the accessories. And you guys can see that the accessories are kind of lackluster. And we'll get into that in a little bit, but it is a little underwhelming in terms of accessories. And then a shot of him in the game. So, with all that out of the way, let me get this a little bit closer. I need to find my tripod, man, because like this setup is so scuffed. I don't know where I put it. But yeah, if I can put him on it's all out of the way. There's the figure right out of the packaging. That's how you'll see him. He has a whipping hand, and he's a falling over hand as well, obviously, because this is a Lego Boy video, so everything got to fall over. He has a whipping hand and an open wall crawling hand, and oh my god, he's not gonna, is he? Please tell me he stands now. One second. Nope. This guy, man. The whipping hand and a wall crawling hand. If he falls over one more time, we're just gonna go over this section with them over. And yeah, he comes with a whipping hand and a wall crawling hand, and all around some good paint detail. Now, I will say that compared to the original, the white is a lot skimpier. It's a little bit more like, you can see the red bleeding through in some spots. Now, I don't have the original figure. I have seen it in hand before, but I do have a knockoff of the original figure, which I will compare him to in a second. But you guys can see that the figure has some really nice colors, don't get me wrong. It is a really beautiful figure, and I would have no problem paying $25 for it. But the problem comes in with the price point. For the price point here, the only new thing we're getting is the head sculpt. That is about it. The head sculpt, and then this new Renew Your Vows book, which has only been used with three other figures: Symbiote Spider-Man animated, Daredevil, and the Renew Your Vows figure. And now he is added to the roster. But it's really like, you know, it's a PlayStation version of Spider-Man. And like the Miles variant, he should have gotten his own sculpt work. It shouldn't have just been a reuse of the Renew Your Vows book. It could have been a retool, but not a reuse, because it doesn't really translate too well to the original source material, which is what Hasbro has to realize. It's not that people are tired of seeing these books. People are just tired of seeing their characters inaccurate. You can give us 3 comic book Spider-Man on this book. You can give us Big Time, you can give us Symbiote, you can give us Classic, but you cannot give us an MCU suit, you cannot give us an Insomniac suit on these books, because those have a lot more detail to them, and that's when the problems start coming. For this price point, we should be getting all new original head sculpt, all new original leg sculpt, all new original arms, grip, wall crawling hands, whipping hands, fisted hands, an alternate head, like, you know what I mean? It should be a deluxe figure at that price. But that's not what it is, and it's getting a lot harder to buy these figures. You know what I'm saying? I bought this figure because the other figure I have for Insomniac is probably, it's a good knockoff, don't get me wrong, but it's just not doing it for me after a while. Like, you guys can see the red's a lot darker. Don't get me wrong, I like the colors on this suit. I love it, but that leg is just throwing me off. Like, I wouldn't have gotten this figure if that leg wasn't tilted on the side. You guys see when it turns around, that leg is a little bit messed up, and yeah, it makes him look a little disabled. But I also like this head sculpt we got for the Insomniac suit. it doesn't just reuse a Spider UK head sculpt. This is an all new original head sculpt for this Spider-Man right here, and it looks absolutely amazing. Now, let's move out this rotating base, and let's get into the details of the actual figure. So starting off right here, you guys can see that the spider is very well painted, and it comes all the way up, even when you crunch the figure. He doesn't have the problem that the Across the Spider-Verse figures have, but again, at this price point, that shouldn't be something we're celebrating. Web lines are painted really nice. The white spider is painted nice, but you guys can see, I don't know if you guys can see that it starts to kind of fade in with the red in the middle a little bit. Other than that, it looks nice. Again, with the hands, the red is starting to show a little bit, and this looks really nice, but when you come over here, you guys can see some of that white bleeding through of the joint. So it is a little annoying. Doesn't look too bad though. This looks very clean right here. But yeah, I do like the colors of the suit. Don't get me wrong. I don't think it's accurate though. Let me see the box right quick. No, it is accurate to the game, but it is just a little strange. I will say though, I'm looking at it now, and there is some blue missing on the suit. If you guys can see this right here, that's not right there. They don't have that, and I'm pretty sure, no. All right, I'm gonna have to pull up an image later. I'll probably do this on my own time. You guys can look it up though. I'm pretty sure there's a lot of inaccuracies on this because of the concept art they used. But all inaccuracies aside, this is still a really nice Gamerverse Spider-Man. I just wish the sculpt was more original. It just, I don't know, man. The price point of this figure is what's like getting me, it's throwing me off. Like, it's a nice figure, but for its price, there's a lot left to be desired. Now, I'm going to be comparing him to some of the other Spider-Man in my collection, starting off with the original Renew Your Vows Spider-Man, which it's going to be the same height. And you guys can see it's the same exact buck. Pretty much the same exact height. And I'll be showing the accessories off in a second. There's really nothing much left desired. Yeah, the same height. Obviously, you know, what everybody's hyped for in this new game. Symbiote Spider-Man. Again, another good height there. I like that, actually. I do like that a lot. And I'm probably going to have this figure glossy. I don't know. I'm worried I ruin it. Here he is next to my knockoff Gamerverse Spider-Man. Again, another good height. I wish this had a better head sculpt. You can't just swap them though, because the reds are drastically different. Here he is next to the best Spider-Man buck, aside from the Renew Your Vows. A second. I actually think I like this buck a little bit more than the Renew Your Vows buck. It's growing on me. Here we have him next to the Gamerverse. A second, if it'll stand. This figure never stands. I'm just gonna have to hold him. Mr. Negative. And last but not least, here he is next to the. Well, this makes sense because he was in the movie. If you guys want to do a display like this, because this is pretty much why I bought the Insomniac Spider-Man. Other than I love the game, but the Into the Spider-Verse Miles Morales, I still need to get the Across the Spider-Verse one. Which, by the way, guys. Beautiful, beautiful movie. I'm probably going to have a review up soon of me, my cousin, and one of my best friends reviewing it. But yeah, absolutely a stunning movie. Stunning visual, stunning soundtrack. Oh, man, I can't stop talking about how good this movie was. But there he is next to him. And for those of you guys asking, no, I do not have the Gamerverse Miles Morales. But yeah, I have the other one on pre-order, the new one. With the Bodega Cat. That's the price that I like. I actually do enjoy that price point. A lot of people are trashing on it that it's less, but it's pretty much the same thing. All it's missing is that new head sculpt, or the Miles head sculpt. But to be honest, who's having him displayed with the Miles head sculpt? I didn't even know he came with it, I'm not gonna lie. Alright, but next up we have his accessories. And for his accessories, we get these two fisted hands. Yep. That's what I'm talking about. This is not an accessory. It shouldn't be counted as an accessory. Like, don't get me wrong, they look really well made, but dude, it's not an accessory. And then we get a bunch of these web effects, which, who uses these? Like, you know what I mean? What is this? Mine isn't even flat. This one's nice. I actually kind of like this one. And then the next two are really cool. Don't get me wrong, I actually do enjoy the next two. You can kind of wrap it around your villain, you know what I mean? This is what it looks like, not on a character. It's just like a web net, and like you just grab it and then plop it on him. It looks nice. And then the next one's actually pretty cool too. It's a but this is for like pictures and all that. You can just like lay that on his face. Pause. It looks really cool. I like that. And then obviously the really like, you know, shitty web string that we've been getting for the longest time from Marvel Legends. I don't know why they don't just do something like this where you can just attach to the figure's wrist. It'd be a lot cooler, man. But yeah, guys, that's it for accessories. For posability, it's everything the Renew Your Vows book is gonna give you. So his arm can come up that far. He got double jointed elbows. You know what I'm saying? Arm can come up, or wrist can come up that far, come in that far. Head can look up that much. It does have a little cut back here, like the Renew Your Vows. He's got butterfly joints, which mines aren't smooth. Like, honestly, the butterfly joints aren't smooth. I forgot to show you guys that back there. That looks really nice. And my butterfly joints aren't really smooth. Yeah, same thing on this side. Leg kicks up to the side that much. Comes forward that much. Kicks back that much. Ankle pivot. Toe articulation, which is wow, everybody's favorite in this body mold. And he's got a thigh swivel, or a thigh cut. Got a cut right here as well. And yeah, he's got ab crunch and an ab, I guess I don't know what to call it, swivel, which is awesome. I actually like, this is my favorite part of articulation on this figure. I'm pretty sure the Andrew Garfield figure coming out has it, which I have that pack on pre-order. You guys already know I love that movie. But yeah, and if you guys want to see him with his fisted hands, give me 1 second. Boom. And boom. Here he is with his fisted hands. Again, not a bad figure, but again, not a great price point for what you're getting. Like, price point aside, the figure's beautiful, man. It's a nice figure. It's a nice offering for 25 bucks. I do not recommend you pay $35 for this, though. For that price point of $35, man, you can get yourself a lot of great figures. You know what I mean? My Naruto, pretty sure my Naruto SHF cost me $35. And that figure has a bunch of accessories, beautiful articulation, beautiful original sculpt, beautiful paintwork. It is just an awesome figure. I have the Street Fighter Ryu figure, $25. You get all hands, a Shoryuken effect, a removable cloak, great original, beautiful sculpt work, alternate head. It's just, Hasbro has to do a lot to compete with these companies now because they're dropping the ball a lot lately. I mean, yeah, the figures look good, the head sculpts look good, but that's not enough anymore, you know what I mean? You gotta give more for what you gotta give more when you're asking for more. You can't just raise prices and expect people to be like, oh, okay, now what? You know what I mean? Like, we have to get something for the price hike, and or not, people are gonna start going to other brands. Like, I didn't buy the Marvel Legends Into the Spider-Verse, or Across the Spider-Verse, Miles Morales, because they were making an SHF version, and I most likely wouldn't have bought the $20.99 had I seen that other version earlier. But like, I'm not gonna lie to you, for that price, I'm gonna put the extra money forward and get an import. Because me, I'm one of those people who loves displaying them with alternate head sculpts, just changing up my display every once in a while. And if all you can offer me to change up the display is this, and a couple web effects that I will never use on display, yeah, I'm good, Hasbro. Keep your figure, you know what I'm saying? Like, it sucks, man, because like, I really want to like this brand. But when you're giving us stuff like, you know, not like this, because this is good. When you're giving us stuff like this, where it's like the head sculpt is amazing, but the body, like, you know what I mean? Like, the figure just falls over, and it's not the Gamerverse Spider-Man's fault. It's these old shoes that they've been using for years on end, man. Like,
Dude, they don't realize, like, man, people aren't gonna buy your figure. Well, I say this as I have the figure. It sucks because they're the only company making affordable figures for some of my favorite franchises. Like, this Spider-Man PS4 game is probably one of my favorite. It is my favorite story game of all time. Like, straight up, I like it more than the Arkham games. The trilogy is gonna be better than the Arkham trilogy. But the only other way to get this figure is through SH Figure Arts, I think it is. And that figure is expensive, and he's tiny. You know what I mean? He's tiny, and he doesn't scale with my figures right now. And it's sad, because, like, I want a good version of this figure. This is the best you'll get to it. You know what I'm saying? Like, this is the best you'll get to it. And don't get me wrong, SH Figure Arts are small figures, but when I look at this Tobey Maguire, that scale doesn't really bother me, because I'm like, why don't I start a collection to this scale? Because look at the amount of detail you're getting in this figure. You know what I'm saying? And it has 2 alternate Tobey heads, bunch of hand accessories, actual good web accessories, unmasked head, unmasked neck, and a unmasked mask accessory. Like, man, it's beautiful. It's just the artsmanship on this figure is amazing. And then you look at Hasbro and you're like, all right, I'm done. You know what I'm saying? But overall, what would I give this figure? Price point aside, this figure is a 6 out of 10. There is a lot left. Like, original sculpt would have been nice. Maybe a thicker application of the white paint would have been nice. But price point included, the figure is a 4 out of 10. And it sucks to say that because I love this character and I love this costume, and this figure is awesome. But it's awesome. But when I see things like this original sculpt that was done years before this figure, I'm like, all right, man, it could have been so much cooler. Like, for the actual offering we're getting now, like, let's say a world where all figures were made on the Renew Your Vows buck, all figures were $25. This figure's a 10 out of 10. But this is a world where Hasbro has given us some of the coolest things, you know what I'm saying? Like, they gave us this $20.99 figure, all original sculpt. Yeah, there's still something left to be desired, but the sculpt is original. It's all new, you know what I'm saying? It's all there. I won't go as far as to saying it's perfect, but there is an all original sculpt. Same with Spider-Gwen, all original sculpt. You know what I'm saying? Same with the No Way Home or Far From Home, Tom Holland. It's all original sculpt. All the MCU figures, all original sculpt. But comic book figures and overall Spider-Man figures are just dropped off. You know what I'm saying? Because, oh, we can use the same buck for every Spider-Man costume because it's Peter Parker down there, right? No, man, not every Peter Parker has the same suit. So, yeah, it's a good figure. On the body, it's on, but it could have been done so much better. So that's why it's a 6 out of 10 without the price and 5 out of 10 with the price. It's just, there's a lot left to be desired. And you don't want that feeling when you're buying figures. You know what I mean? You just want to have fun. If I had paid maybe $25 for this figure, I would have loved it. Straight up. But dude, that extra $10 really sucks. Plus the shipping fee on Hasbro Pulse. Oh my god, that was horrible. This figure is almost a $40 figure. And it's not worth it. It's not. Anyways, guys, thank you guys for watching. Please like, comment, and subscribe. Hit the notification bell if you haven't already. And remember, guys, I like collecting action figures. It's not going to stop. Yeah, this figure it's a good figure, but it wasn't the best representation of my attitude towards Hasbro. Like, yeah, I have a bunch of their stuff on pre-order right now because they have some amazing stuff coming out. Like the Spider-Man. Well, I don't know about amazing. I've been looking at some reviews and I'm low-key scared, but Far From Home or No Way Home 3-pack, which I'm still super hyped for, don't get me wrong. And some of my pre-orders are coming in, like my SHF Miles Morales, SHF Chainsaw Man, and my SHF Gwen Stacy. So stay tuned. Bunch of reviews coming out. I'm going to have a review on the Jada Toys Ryu if you guys like that, if you guys want to see that. So yeah, guys, thank you guys so much for watching. Please like, comment, subscribe. Hit the notification bell if you haven't already. And remember to have a fantastic day. Peace.